everybody, and welcome to another driven YouTube yoga practice. My name is Beth. I'm so glad you're here today because we are doing a full body yoga practice, strength, flexibility, breath work, all in one place. Glad you're here. As always, make this your practice. We're doing something here that's just not working for you, then switch it up, do something else. Why don't we get started right away? As always, I like to just take a moment to be present, know that I'm doing yoga. That might seem obvious, but so many times I'm, maybe doing yoga but thinking about other things. And then that's not yoga. So let's practice being present. So just sitting in a comfortable position in hero's pose, but you can be sitting anywhere, any position. Just note. Know that you're on your mat. Give yourself a pat on the back for showing up today. Tell yourself, good job. The hardest part is getting here, getting on the mat. To know what you're bringing to the mat. Where is there tightness in the body? Is there tension? Use this practice to work out whatever the body needs. Just bring slow, rhythmic. So trying to keep this focus here throughout our practice. Your mind will wander. That's human. But with your mind wandering on something else, catch yourself. All right, we're going to start with cat-cow. So come on over onto all fours. You can tuck your toes to stretch the soles of your feet, or you can keep your feet flat to stretch the tops of the ankles. So you have a choice there. Fingers are spread, pressing down in through the pads, and release the belly down, lift your chin, press back, out, and then exhale for your cat. Make sure you're pulling your navel into your spine, pull your pelvic floor up, squeeze your glutes, chin to the chest. Inhale, come into, and exhale for cat. And a couple more times. Some people like to add their own movement to this. You can do that as well, of course. But as you move in and out, just notice what part of your body is kind of speaking to you. Where are you feeling movement the most? Let's do one more. And then finish in your neutral tabletop. And we're going to do hip circles. I love these. So just kind of moving the hips in a circular motion. And bending the knees a little bit too as you do that. Kind of playing around, getting movement, and notice as the hips are going side to side how that feels, if it feels the same way on one side as the other. As you're moving your hips back, notice how that feels in your back. Let's go a few in the opposite direction. Really helps the lower back and the hips and the spine. This is also good for digestion. If you pay attention, you'll feel kind of lower abdominal area getting a nice massage. So that's important. Pausing in the center, walk your knees back just a little bit, and then walk your hands forward. You can come down onto your forearms. Even separate your arms a little bit and just release down. With your exhale, just release down to the mat. Maybe your chest makes it all the way down to the mat, or maybe it doesn't. If it feels uncomfortable, you can grab a pillow or a towel and stick it under your chest. Reaching the arms forward, bringing your forehead to the mat. And just pausing here, noticing how this pose feels in your body. So then slide your hands back, come back up into tabletop. That's a nice way to just open up the front of the spine. Just stretch down into that pose. And let's just do some side stretches. So bring the right arm up, just maybe parallel with the floor to start, and then float it back down. And then the left arm up and float it back down. We're going to go side to side, and maybe each time going a little bit higher, or maybe not. Staying wherever you need to be. A couple more times, maybe the arm is coming perpendicular to the floor, or maybe it's going out to about 45 degrees or so. Let's do one more. And if it hurts, don't do it. I have students who are grimacing in yoga, and that's just not what it's about. All right, so coming back into our tabletop, tuck your toes, root down through the pads of your fingertips, pull your belly in, and then lift those knees just a couple of inches off the mat, and we're going to hover. Holding here. And just notice the sensations in your body as you're holding this pose. Keep your head in line with your spine. You may notice some things start to tremble, or maybe not. Just be aware of all the changes as maybe your body is starting to fatigue. But stay with the breath. Use that ujjayi breathing, tightening the throat as you. 2 more breaths here. We got it. And there we go. Press back into down dog. Oh, that feels good. Okay, press the heels down towards the mat. And let's just play here a little bit. Move in a way that feels good for you. Maybe come up onto your toes, the balls of your feet, and then press those heels down. Nice movement in down dog, or you can slowly walk it out. Listening to what your body is telling you right now. It's all movement, it's all good. And separate your feet the width of your mat and let your hips slide from side to side. Or maybe drawing those circles again in the air, but this time in down dog. Relax your head, crown of the head, let it just hang towards the mat. And then a few times here in the opposite direction. You know, there are some yoga practices that are very precise, and the poses are measured to the 1/4 of an inch. And I guess there's benefit to that, but there's also a benefit to being playful in our poses and just moving in the way that our body needs. All right, so hop your feet forward or walk your feet forward, either way. Bring them behind your hands. And let's release into a forward bend. The weight is a little bit more in your toes so that your hips are aligned with your ankles. Bring your hands into your elbows, chin to the chest, and relax the shoulders. Let them float down towards your mat. Relax the muscles in your neck so that the weight of your head is pulling on that cervical spine. If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. Bend them a lot if you need to. Just do what feels right. And let's get playful here. Just kind of moving from side to side, shifting the weight from one foot to the other. Getting a nice stretch through the hamstrings in this pose. And then pausing in the center, relax the arms down, and reverse swan dive all the way up, reaching up high, and just floating from side to side. A beautiful swan. I don't know why swans don't do this probably, but I feel like a swan right now, just a beautiful ballerina maybe. And then pause in the center, and exhale, fold.
Inhale and come halfway up. Come to your version of halfway up. It might be with your hands on your thighs. It could be your hands on your calves. Or it could be your hands on the mat. But you're trying to create a flat back. Weight is a little bit more on the toes. Chest is pressing forward. Head is in line with your spine. Nice hamstring stretch here. If you need to bend your knees, bend. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees a lot. Bring your arms along the sides of your body. Reach your fingertips back. Shoulders are pressing towards that back wall. Drop your hips a centimeter more. Be mindful of your knees. Inhale. Come all the way up. And release your hands behind your back. Bring, if you can, bring your palms to your lower back. Fingers pointing up. This is just to stabilize your hips. Give yourself a little massage while you're back there. That feels good. Roll your shoulders back and down. Root down through your feet. Lift your head up towards the ceiling. Tighten your glutes, pull your belly in, and then lower your shoulders back behind you. You can come just a little bit down. Open up the front of your body. Feel the muscles in your lower back contract and work as you come into this gentle back bend. Ease those shoulder blades together. Maybe you can go a little bit lower. Straighten. Bring the arms up overhead, reach up high. And exhale, fold. Forward bend. Inhale, come back into your halfway. Whatever that looks like for you. And then fold. Bend your knees, reverse swan dive. All the way up. And just bring your hands to heart center. Let's take a moment to be still here. Pressing the knuckles of your thumb against your chest. Maybe you feel your heart beating. Maybe you don't. Hopefully it's beating. I'm sure it is. But in that stillness, just notice what's going on in your body. Maybe you're hungry. You feel your stomach rumbling. Shift your attention to the soles of your feet. Those are gripping. All the way up over. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bring your left foot back behind you. And settle here. Move that right foot forward so you have good alignment. Knee over the ankle. Drop those hips. Take your time here. This is a little bit of a balancing posture, so if you need to relax a little bit, you can. You can also bring the knee to the mat if you need a little bit more balance. Whenever you're ready, raise the arms up into cactus pose or touchdown pose. It's football season, right? Spread those fingers nice and wide. Holding here, pressing the shoulders down and back. And then bring your elbows back behind you as you shine your heart up. Bring your gaze up towards. Release your arms, interlace your fingers behind your back. Press your palms together as you straighten your elbows and arms away from your. You might feel your weight kind of. Okay, that's all part of it. Release your arms, bring them up overhead. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. For bringing your arms out in front of you, gaze down at the mat. Holding here for one breath. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands down to your mat. Step that right foot back into plank. We're going to hold that for 6 breaths. Nice, strong plank. Inhale. And exhale. Tighten the glutes. Push your hands into the mat, away from your body. Use your Ujjayi breath here to keep you up. Notice if your hips are starting to drop. Call that banana plank. No banana planks today. Keep your belly pulled in. 3 more breaths. Last breath right here. Knees to the mat. We'll just rest the wrists in embryo pose. So hips over the heels, bring your arms along the sides of your body. Forehead to the mat. Relax your shoulders. Feel that nice stretch in your back as you just let go in that pose. One more breath. And then we'll make our way back up into the mat. So bring your hands forward, making your way through down dog. If you want to pause here and just move a little bit, why not, right? All movement is good movement. Moving away, that gets that blood flowing. Then, ready, walk your feet forward. Forward bend. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold. Hands on the mat and bring your right foot back. Same thing. Set yourself up. Adjust that front foot so that you have nice alignment. Knee is aligned over the ankle. Again, you can drop your knee. Better for you. Pausing here. Feeling the earth supporting you. And then when you're ready, rise up. Arms in cactus pose. Elbows are high. Fingers are spread. Looking forward. Pressing the shoulder blades together. Then bring your elbows down. Shine your heart up. You might feel a little wobbly. That's all right. That's all part of it. Bring your arms up overhead. Bring your hands behind your back. Same thing on this side. Press your palms together. Whoa, I'm losing my balance. Straighten the elbows. And pull your arms away from you. Holding here and noticing. Try not to judge. Try not to say, oh my gosh, what's happening to you? Try to use encouraging words. You're doing great. Inhale. Release your arms up overhead. And exhale, fold over. Slide that left foot back into plank. One more plank pose for 6 breaths. Once again, using your breath to help you hold the pose nice and strong. Tighten your glutes. Hold the belly in. Press your shoulders down and back. Nice strong arms. That is in line with your spine. A lot of times we drop our head here just because we don't know what else to do. But keep that head in line with your neck and your spine. That will help to build those neck muscles. 2 more breaths right here. You can do it. By the way, you can always drop your knees if you need to. That's always an option. And we're finished. Knees to the mat. And instead of child's pose, just sit back into hero's pose. So sitting on your heels, roll your shoulders back, shake out your wrists. A couple of nice deep cleansing breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Before we go on to our next sequence, just close your eyes and taking a moment to check in with yourself. Feel any different? Maybe you're feeling, maybe your heart rate is up, maybe not. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more flexible, even in the first half of practice. And also check in with yourself to see if you've been able to, for a lot of us, that's the hardest part of the practice, right? So, no worries. All right, let's do a little shoulder opener. Sideways. Your arms out to the side.
Left arm bends down. Push that left hand up in between your shoulders as far as you can, reaching for you. And then bring the right arm up and over, but not just open up and over, really stretch it up and up for the ceiling, and then release the hand down. Gets you a better reach. Maybe your fingertips are touching, maybe they're not. That's not really the point of the pose. The point is just to stretch through the shoulders and the chest muscles. So while you're here, check your belly, check your spine, make sure you have nice alignment. Take a deep breath in and push that right elbow all the way back. And let's add some head circles here while we're doing it. So roll the head a little bit, all directions. A couple times the direction. Release. Got those shoulders and those wrists. Do the same thing on the other side. So bring the arms out to the side. Now the right arm comes down and up. Really take the time to get that arm up as high as you can. Notice if it feels different. Already I'm feeling my right arm feels a little quirky in this. It doesn't hurt, but I'm just noticing something. And then bring the left arm out, reaching out and up as far as you can. And then down in between the shoulder blades. So noticing the difference between the two sides. Maybe on one side the fingers connected and on the other side it didn't. Doesn't really matter, but it just might be a sign that one shoulder is a little tighter than the other. And why is that? Inhale and press that left shoulder, left elbow back. I'm going to add a little head rolling. That's good too. Ignore any cracking sounds that you hear. And release it. Take it out. Roll it out a little bit. All right, let's come back into down dog. So we'll make our way up there. Tuck the toes. I can't resist every time I get into down dog. I just need to move a little bit. It just feels so good. So we'll walk it out. And pause here. Beautiful down dog. Feel free to bend the knees if you need to, or straight knees too, but just don't lock them. Relax the neck. And then, here we go. Lift that right leg up behind you. Point your toes and reach up as high as you can. As high as you can. Reaching. Feel that stretch to the left side. Doesn't matter what it really looks like. Just reach up towards the ceiling. You can even come up onto the ball of the left foot for a little bit more height. And then as you exhale, shift forward and bring that knee to your chest. Pressing that knee up as high as you can. And then inhale, bring that leg out again. Bend the knee. Point the knee out to the right. And then start stacking your hips, twisting at the waist. And bringing that right hip right over the left one, pushing that knee up towards the ceiling. You can stay here if you like. I love this twist. Or if you just want to kind of get fancy, you can pivot on your left foot. Drop your right foot to the earth. Bring that right arm up, over, reach, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, reach up high. Oh, love this pose. And then flip it over. And walk it out. That's called wild thing. I feel a little wild while I'm in it. So there you go. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. Find your beautiful down dog. Lift your left leg up, point your toe. Reach up high towards the ceiling, as high as you can. You can move if you need to move, whatever you need, but just kind of reach. Noticing, breathing through the pose. And then on your next exhale, shift forward. Bring that knee up to the chest. Hold. Use your core muscles to hold that leg up. And then inhale. Go back to that
three-legged dog. Bend your knee out to the left, twist at the waist, stack your hips. Just open it up here. Oh, that feels nice. Keep that knee as high as you can. You can stay right here. Or once again, you can pivot on the standing foot. Wild thing. Let's do it. Push those hips up. Reach behind you. You can let your head drop if you want. Squeeze your glutes. Oh. And then come all the way back over. There you go. That's what we needed today, right? Pedal it out. Bring your knees to the mat. Shift your hips from side to side a little bit. Cross your ankles. Make your way onto your back. We just have one little bit of core work to do, and then we'll be finished. So coming onto your mat, knees are bent. Bring your heels up. A little bit of a pelvic tilt here. Glue your ankles and your knees and your inner thighs together. Cross your hands over your chest, hands on your shoulders. So those joints are squeezing in towards each other, so you really feel that strength there. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, roll onto your left hip and bring the knees out to about 45 degrees. There's a sweet spot where you can balance. So find that sweet spot. Keep pressing those knees in towards each other and hold here for a couple of breaths. Maybe you feel some trembling happening in the knees. That's okay. Keep the shoulders down on the mat. Close your eyes, breathe, squeeze those legs in towards each other. Working this right side body. One more breath. If you're not feeling this, if nothing is trembling, drop the knees a little bit lower. You want to go for that shake. Come back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So knees are at 90 degrees, ankles are flexed. Squeezing, creating that resistance with our own body. Take a deep breath in. A little pelvic tilt here that will help. And then roll over onto the right hip. Find that spot where you can hold your balance and hold it long enough so you feel that left side of your body kicking in. You can even, I love to feel the muscles working. You can just feel down there and see what's happening. Keep the shoulders on the mat. Keep pressing those knees and the ankles in towards each other. Find your breath. Is it still slow and steady? Relaxing the shoulders. One more breath. And release back to center. Nice job. Release the feet to the mat. Bring your arms up overhead. Interlace your shoulders. Boy, that would be a trick, wouldn't it? Interlace your fingers and press your hands away from you as you point your toes and stretch. Try to get taller on your mat. Then bring your knees to your chest, into the chest. Wrap your hands and rock from side to side. Nice back massage. Well deserved. And then come to center. Yay, it's my favorite part of the practice. Release down into Shavasana. Deep breath into the nose. Open mouth, exhale. More time. Exhale. To stay here for a short Shavasana, normally we would want to do 10. Maybe even as this video ends, you want to stay in Shavasana. That would be great. Otherwise, just soften all your muscles. Take some gratitude for the time that you gave yourself.
Slowly roll over onto your side. That's so short. So short for Shavasana, but at least we took that moment for ourselves. Sitting tall on your mat. Close your eyes. Deep breath into the nose. Feel your whole container expand with your breath. And exhale through your nose, slow and steady. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Back for showing up, for being here, for taking yourself. The light in me salutes the. All right, my friends, I feel great. I hope you feel great. I hope to see you back next week. I hope you're checking out all the Driven YouTube videos. I love them. So I hope you are too. Stay well, stay healthy, and we'll see you. Bye.